I want to feel like my only hope. The flowers that blew and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm barely breathing and breathing to that ground. But each and every time we all stand up, stop lying to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we forget exist destiny. So let's tell me now, you must feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that blew and fall to be over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel hell right now. You are the place my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, fly the souls that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to the tomorrow. The crowd back a lot of it, you give me strength and give me faith. To take me darkness, let's find yeah, all in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Light up like Hibana.
You guys want to rest here?
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.
Out of my way!
How about this?
Look sharp! Come and get! That's it!
Glitter Fist!
Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the dark!
Dragon Swarm!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Denied!
Eat
You're
this,
mine!
not in your dreams!
No escape!
Try! Do it!
Swallow smoke!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
It's almost too strong. Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest. Together, that wasn't even a problem.
We should be able to cook here.
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
What's that shining thing up top? A spirit vessel? It feels creepy, like it's watching over everything.
You think he knows we're here?
We'd best assume as much, yes.
What we have to do is simple. Just beat Volrun and rescue Shion. That's it.
Try not to work yourself up too much. We have a lot of city and castle yet to traverse.
Easy peasy. I knew I could handle it.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training, too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so... much?
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the front gate.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganeth Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shion, we could try to...
That's it!
Hmm?
That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space? Seems unlikely.
Huh?
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Danans, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bad feeling about those boats.
So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Danon slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, it might be in the mood to give us some answers.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
What? Liar.
Just kidding.
You...
I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Danans and Renans go? Shion. There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle. But...
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
Alphen!
Astral energy? That means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Full Run is killing you! You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
Kidnapping Shion. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them? Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Volron? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Is this what I think it is? Those people, they were all...
He's sick. Sick and deranged.
Remember this well. This is the true face of who we're up against.
It's not fruits of Helgen he's using. Then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps. But frankly, I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts. Whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods, the outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place. Shion!
Wait! Something's not right.
Everyone. They're gone. And I'm... all alone. It's dark. Please help me.
Shion,
It's so dark. Everyone.
we came to save you. It's okay now.
And I'm... all alone. It's dark. Please help me. No.
Shion?
Lies.
This situation just got prickly.
There is immense dark astral energy here. Far too potent to be the work of a single individual. It's possible Volron's manipulating her. We cannot tell from this far away. We need to be much closer.
Only to do that, first we need to get rid of the thorns. So we fight fire with fire! Unless you have a better idea.
No! Not a chance!
Alone. I'm all alone.
Xion!
I can't die. But I also can't live.
Xion! Xion! We're coming for you! Won't let you down this time. Ah! Pain. It's nothing compared to what you're going through. I won't let you go again. I can take whatever you give me. So please, open your eyes. Xion!
Swallow Blade, my turn!
First strike!
The thorns just keep growing back. If this keeps up, then...
Please wake up, Xion! Come back to us! I'm alone. Alone? I'm completely alone.
You're wrong.
Alphen!
She thinks we left her all alone. She can't see us or hear us. All of this. It's because I pulled away from you. Because I couldn't hold on to you. Xion. But you're not alone anymore. Law's here. And Rinwell too. Kisara. And Dohaling. And so am I. Believe me when I say, you are not alone. So please, don't give up on us. We will bear your thorns together. I swear it. Xion.
Alvin! How many times do I have to tell you? Not to be so careless.
There is no more time for us to rest.
Let us finish this. I entrust this blade to you once more.
Let's go. Full run is waiting.
Hey, Alphen?
What is it?
While I was away, what did you do?
I missed you.
Alphen. But after what happened because of me,
I got a glimpse of the real you. It was worth it. You could say the pain is some kind of reward.
Some reward. You sure all that hurt hasn't done something to your head, too?
Hey now.
Is it just me, or are they...
It's been a while. They're just happy to see each other.
I know.
We all express ourselves in different ways. Leave them be.
They should get a room.
Shion.
Thanks. I'll be okay. Let's go. We have to take Volron out.
Right.
Those things that came out of Shion are her thorns, right? She said they're made of dark astral energy.
She did. But those thorns are no astral art, and she cannot control them. Such immense astral energy, too. Just what are her thorns, really, I wonder? I suppose she might have an answer, but isn't yet ready to talk.
Shion.
So, the Sovereign, the Renis Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago? Yes. That is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for. It was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Shion, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volron could have been behind what just happened with Shion's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volron's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacked the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volron specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Danon rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volron's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true Sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law.
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while there.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Really glad.
What about you, Xion? How are you feeling? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
The last thing I remember is being back on the ship. Back then. Seeing Alphen's pain return to him the moment he touched me. It brought me back to my childhood. The fear in people's eyes whenever they were around me. And the next thing I knew, darkness was welling up inside me. It was smothering me. I couldn't see anything anymore. I was all alone.
Xion.
You're okay now. You're safe, Xion. We're here with you. You're not alone any longer.
Thank you. Must be Volron's Imperial Guard.
They don't seem to be keeping lookout. More like they're waiting.
Oh well, the royal welcome was nice while it lasted.
Time to get our fists dirty, huh?
Wait, we don't have a plan!
As far as Law's concerned, this is the plan. Let's go!
Open your eyes! This blind loyalty is just another form of slavery.
Glory be to Volron!
That's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the damning puppets we dealt with outside.
Piercing rock!
Astral arts?
That's my shield! Astral energy! Full throttle! Lightning raging cascade!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Salsa!
Devastation! Rising Phoenix!
Tiger Blade!
I'll finish you here! Risen Tail!
Kitara, frozen!
Hammer! Well, that didn't feel great. Those soldiers were just like the slaves, driven by a warped sense of loyalty.
Yeah, that was just about as hollow a victory as they come.
It's strange. I always thought loyalty was one of the greatest virtues out there. Now I'm not so sure. Is it simply a question of where your loyalties lie? Or is it fealty itself that's the problem?
Maybe it only becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking for yourself.
So if we defeat Volron, you think they might learn to think independently again?
Actually, no. Never mind. This isn't the time. We can worry about that after we finish the task at hand and defeat Volron.
expected, Volron's elite guards are quite formidable. Their equipment and training far exceed those of any foot soldier.
We need to be careful not to let them exhaust us before we reach Volron.
A grandiose castle for a grandiose city. He really didn't cut any corners.
They're certainly akin to each other, and yet, I'd say personality.
In what way?
It feels overbearing, tyrannical almost, but more than anything, merciless. As if any pretense to ease of living was sacrificed in favor of sending a message. One of domination, and a thirst for total power. In other words, the perfect domicile for our power-crazed foe.
That's why he let us in. It's precisely the message he wanted to convey. Almost like he's mocking us.
That bastard's in the mood to play? We'll see who's laughing once we've taken him down a peg or two. Is it just me, or is the blazing sword burning even more brightly than before?
Yeah, as if the astral energy within it has become more powerful somehow.
It would appear Alphen has learned to harness his sovereign abilities to even greater effect.
Is that true, Alphen?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm doing anything differently.
You're not. It's proof of your strengthened bond with Xion. No further explanations needed.
Oh man, for real? Nice!
Is that true? How am I supposed to know?
Fat lot of good the two of you are.
I may have a theory or two I could offer.
Yeah, no. I think we're good.
Now that you mention it, though, I guess I have noticed a change. It's like there isn't as much resistance when energy's being siphoned from my Master Core.
Aha! So it is a bond thing! Aw, you guys!
Wait, what about your hand? That thing practically used to give you third-degree burns every time you wielded it, right?
Kisara's got a point. And if it's gotten even hotter since then...
I won't lie. The searing heat and pain are almost unbearable. Almost. When I'm fighting, I'm somehow able to endure it. It's like... the sword becomes part of me or something. Like I can feel it pulsing through my chest. I can't describe it.
In other words, your heart burns with a flame more powerful than even that of the sword. Fascinating.
Yeah, take it from our resident poet laureate.
Hmm?
We'll soon see about that!
Try this! Infernal Claw!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
It's such a huge area to search. Where should we even begin?
I believe the largest, tallest structure would be best.
So where is he?
There's no sign of him here, so I can only assume he's waiting for us in his throne room.
What's with all the fake suspense? Why doesn't he just come out and face us?
I'll say. It's not like he's had any problem doing that in the past.
This is all one big game to him. He's probably savoring every last moment.
Like a Zoogle toying with its food before the kill. No wonder he doesn't have any friends.
This is all just a ploy to weaken his prey, wearing us down before the final ambush. It's all too well orchestrated to be anything else.
Alvin?
I'm fine. Once we defeat Volron, the final Master Core will be ours. With that, we can create the Renis Alma and finally put an end to this whole nightmare. Is the path being pulled up like some kind of drawbridge?
I'm guessing there's no way to kick it back down, huh?
Most likely, it's connected to a control apparatus of some sort. I suggest we search around and see what we uncover.
No choice!
Glory to Volron!
Ignite!
I can carve through armor!
Take this!
You're finished!
Talon Hurricane! Now!
Here it comes! Infernal Torrent!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. It'll take more than this to stop us.
Perhaps they were trying to exhaust us? We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Hey, Xion? Do you, you know... What is it? Did you...
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out!
Glory to Volron! Try this! Eat this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now! Get toasty!
Bird Strike! My turn!
Mega Ray!
Dragon Force!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Here,
Sword Rain Alpha!
now!
Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
We managed to pull through.
Lancer!
Ribbon, ready and
Corruption!
ready!
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
No! Here I come!
Eat this!
Light Astral Energy! That's like you!
Shut him down!
I never fit!
Prepare to be seen! Carve through armor!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Fire!
Law, get toasty!
Burn Strike!
No chance! Chocolate Splash!
Far enough!
Burn! Chocolate Splash! Try this!
Eat this!
Inferno Turret!
I'll finish you here and now!
Turbine Alpha!
Rip and tear!
In an instant!
Impact Block!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
You're so strong, Xion. Even after everything you've been through.
I wouldn't say I'm strong. I don't know what would have happened to me if I'd stayed alone. Get lost!
You're mine! Chocolate Splash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Do it! Xion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Water, here ready!
Dragon Swarm!
Carve through armor!
Raging Cascade! Piercing you!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
I'll be saving this one!
Death Blossom on a roll now!
Illuminate the sky!
Quantum Ring!
Holy Glimmer! Holy Lance!
Chocolate
That freaking does it!
Chocolate Splash! Try this!
Lightning
Inferno
Orb!
Turret!
Illuminate this one's mine! Holy Glimmer! Confiscated!
Far enough!
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing orb!
Try this!
First aid! I'll be saving this one!
Mirror Escape!
Low reaction from Heavy Flavor Cherry!
Dragon Swarm!
Here and now! Illuminate the sky!
Explosive Ring!
Holy Glimmer! Lancer!
Now or never!
Hit! Here's a healing arc!
Get out of this! Swallow dance!
Take this!
Shining Silver!
Now you see what I can... I'm just getting started!
Ignite!
Raging Cascade! There!
Take this!
In here!
Swallow dance!
More for the Sapphire!
Death Blossom!
Dance in the wind! In here! I'll be saving
Chocolate
this one!
Splash!
Talon Hurricane!
Try this!
Feel
Inferno
it!
Turret!
Law, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! That for a kick! I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
By the way, I wanted to say sorry for attacking you when we first met.
Fret not.
Ow! Go right to Volron! Alpha!
Nothing gets by me!
Infernal Torrent! Away! Dragon Swarm! Explosive Ring!
Where are you going?
Shockwave Slash!
Gravitas Field!
Try this!
Eagle Fire!
I'm not done!
Lightning Orange Field!
Try this! Blending Flash!
Reload! Will this
You're mine!
Do it!
Lost!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Here's a hero!
Shockwave Slash!
Eagle
Dragon
Fire!
Swarm!
Don't get complacent.
I won't forgive you!
Infernal Torrent! I'm not done!
Your wings won't save you from me!
Flying free! If they just sit still!
Shion, can you take care of that?
No sooner said than done!
Try this! With this! My turn!
Glimmer Flash!
Shockwave Slash! Try this! Infernal Torrent! It's over! Take this!
Here!
Dragon Swarm! Explosive Ring!
This one's mine! I'll be saving this one! Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright... Tiny mood.
Hey, didn't we come through here earlier?
That's... Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know where we are anymore.
When everything around us looks the same, it's easy to get turned around.
Let's dispose of this trash.
Shockwave Slash!
Take this!
Shockwave Slash! Try this! Infernal... I owe you one.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
An Astral Arts?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Now you see what I can do!
Not in your dreams.
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here goes.
Try this!
Glacial Spear. Here's the Here's a healer.
Ah!
First
Take
aid.
this! Shockwave Slash! You're finished! Shockwave Slash!
Annihilation. Ready to go.
Coming through! Ha! Now!
An inferno!
Here, let me go.
You're mine! Thanks.
Denied!
This one's all mine!
Hope this works!
Chocolate strike! Infernal torment! Not today!
I'll heal you, this one's mine!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Will this help?
Super Swallow Dance! Explosive Ring!
Great. I really owe you one. Watch this!
I owe you one!
Dance in the wind!
Anything in armor is all
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Will this help?
Explosive Ring!
Chinese Earthquake! Healing Circle! Not on my watch!
Here I come! Chocolate Slap! Try this!
Now!
Turret!
Bridwell! Frozen!
hammer!
Don't push yourself too hard.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. It's over. Prepare to be seen.
Far enough!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive Ring! Eat that! Chocolate Slap! Try this! Infernal!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Nothing can! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready for the next battle.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Take this!
Glacial Spear.
Dragon
Explosive
Ring!
The enemy wields arts too.
They can see about that. Do it! Kitara, Frozen!
Hammer!
No one can!
Here's a healing
Dragon!
Lightning! Arch Shield! Here!
Chocolate Strike!
Glimmer Dragon! Shining Supernova!
This one's all mine! No further!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
What is this place?
Look! Over there! Looks like there's no backing out now.
Ah, the old roaring beast welcome, eh? No class.
Look sharp, everyone!
Volron rolling out the red carpet?
Yeah, some hospitality.
Can we all concentrate on fighting this thing?
Water,
Try this!
hear my call!
Infernal
I'll
turret!
smash you!
This one's mine!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Aim for their weak
I'll
spot!
be saving you!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Shining Supernova!
Denied!
Sighted! Lightning
Infernal turret!
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! Illuminate the
Glacial
dark!
spear!
Here's evil!
Infernal blade!
Freeze laser!
Infernal turret!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Lightning!
I'll finish you here and now!
Hurricane! There's something in the tower!
Hey, hey! Ask for a replacement!
This should do it!
Take
this! This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
Here's a healing arm!
Here I come! I owe you one!
Hear my call!
Ring!
Glacial spear!
Armor won't
Pierce
save
evil.
him.
Now I'm in
Not
the
on
groove!
my watch!
Leave the chargers to me!
Freeze
Try
laser!
this!
Wind out! Here's a wind out!
I owe you one!
Take this! Denied!
We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right. Still anyone's fight. Dragon stop! Take this!
Ready to go! This one's mine! Close one! Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! Here, let me help!
Is this what real pain? Feels like...
Will this help?
You're mine!
Inspiration!
Healing
No.
circle!
Can't end here!
Water! Here's Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Take this! Take this!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! I'll pull you all!
Dragon Hurricane!
Healing circle! Ready! Stay! Just what I needed!
It's on!
Now! Reload!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
That's one of them taken care of.
Should make things easier at least.
Holy land! Reload!
It was nice
Dragon Form!
Here's a healing arm!
Wait! Something's happening!
They fused together?
Sweet now! And became worse by the looks of it.
Is this its true form?
Take now I'm real mad!
Burn in hell! Take this! Dragon Form!
Dragon down!
Try this!
I'm on!
Explosive ring!
Where are you going?
Now you see what I can do!
Hope this works! Here, let me help!
Chargers to me!
First aid!
Far enough! I'll
Take
finish
this!
you here and now!
Dragon Form!
Take this!
Lightning storm!
Explosive ring!
First aid!
Inspiration!
You're
I could do this all day!
Swallow
dance!
Here goes! First aid! Not in your dreams!
I'm not done!
I could do this all day!
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade!
Swallow dance!
Correction!
Eat them!
Illuminate the dark! Come
Take
forth!
this!
Holy glimmer! Here, holy hand!
Roll it! And now I'm in the groove, ready and ready.
Here I go!
I can carve through armor.
Here's a healing arc.
Try this!
Sleep
Infernal turret!
More for the stockpile. Thunderbolt. Too much to
Here I
handle.
come!
Leave it to me.
I owe you one!
Far enough. No further. Blow away. Down.
Explosive ring! Thanks!
Now I'm in the groove.
This one's mine.
Now, while it's freely!
Take it down.
You'll pay for that!
Sleep now. Recover.
Thanks.
More for the
Sword ring
stockpile.
alpha!
Bring you back from death to biz.
Try this!
Get ready. Resuscitation.
Explosive ring!
Where that came from? A new lead on
Roller
life.
blade!
Sleep now.
And the blade inside me
Fire,
yearns
baby
to be
girl
let
one.
free! Not today!
I'm out of ammo.
You're
Master
mine!
field.
You're finished!
More healing circle.
I owe you one!
Air thrust. Light astral. I'm all stuffed up.
Take this!
Talon hurricane.
Annihilation. Healing flame of fury.
Explosive
Raging
ring.
sword.
Super swallow day.
Here's a healing arc.
Talon hurricane. Take this. Eagle armor won't save you.
Lightning
No
bolt.
escape.
Raging cascade.
Blow away.
Try this.
Sleep now. Mega ray. More for the stockpile. Here's a healing arc. Do it.
Swallow blade! Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more! We did it. Everyone hanging in there?
Just about. Though if we have to waste our energy on many more like that, I don't fancy our chances against Volron. We gotta try to conserve.
That sound again.
He must be worried we'll have a change of heart. He's certainly pulling out all the stops.
Alphen, I know it's hard, but we have to stay focused on moving forward.
I know.
Are you doing okay, Shion?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
We don't know what else Volron's got up his sleeve. Be careful, all right?
I'll go check and see if the coast is clear.
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. Just wondering what that was all about.
Huh?
It's just, you don't think Shion is acting kinda weird around Alphen, do you?
Like standoffish weird? Isn't she always like that?
No, not that. I mean, since we rescued her.
Then I guess. Maybe it's the identical ancestor thing.
Maybe. I guess that could be it.
You sure you're not reading into it? What? What'd I say?
Nothing. Just forget it.
I can never win with you. You know that?
I wonder if we're getting any closer to finding Volron.
I sure hope so.
We'll find him.
Hey, Kisara. Have you noticed how Shion...
Seems to be grappling with something all by herself?
Yeah. She's been acting differently around us ever since we rescued her. The same towards Alphen, too. Now that Alphen's regained his memories and his sense of pain, maybe she's become more self-conscious that she still has her thorns. In which case, it makes sense that she'd be feeling out of sorts. But I can't help but think there's something else, too.
You're wondering if there's anything you can do to help her.
Shion said something to me once. Something that helped me move forward. So I'd like to return the favor and do that for her, too. The only problem is, Even if I did have the chance to talk to her, I don't know what I could say that would help.
Shion's dealing with a lot right now. Maybe more than she can handle. Trying to unravel the threads of her own worries? That's challenge enough itself. Not to mention that trying to wade in blindly would probably end up making things even worse than they already are.
But how do we help her then?
For the time being, I think all we can do is be patient and keep an eye on her. That way, when she's finally ready to let us in, we'll be right there to lend her a shoulder.
I hope you're right.
So if Volron is the Lord of the Water Realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hootle. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area's the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Volron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Volron!
Did you really come all this way? Just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest?
My ambition, you say?
have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life.
I'm happy to see you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
A lonely, watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself.
So all this, kidnapping Shion, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time?
I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad rambling. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved!
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Holy land! Here I go!
Some of this. Explosive ring!
I can carve through armor!
Mega ray!
Sword Alpha!
Now I'm in the groove!
Try this!
Raging cascade!
Take this!
Healing fire in the wind!
Denied!
Enjoy.
Get out of this!
Good
Hurricane!
Dragon Swarm!
Glitter Dragon!
Back into the
Try
fray!
this!
Lightning condensed!
Explosive ring!
Thunder blade!
Eat this! He just won't stay still! You can draw his attention. I'll pin him down.
Arc sealed! Not on my watch!
First strike!
How about some of this?
Gemini
I'm ready! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Raging storm!
What's he planning?
Now this is
This
enjoyable.
looks bad. We've got to stop him! Lunar corruption! Holy land!
Eat dirt!
Power of water!
Dragon Shout!
Will this help?
That's far enough.
Dragon
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying yet.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Armor won't save you!
I'll heal
Take
you
this!
all.
Take this!
Illuminate the
Dragon
storm!
Swarm!
Holy
Try
land!
this!
That's
Holy land! Thanks so much!
Now!
this!
Did we get him?
He's open! Let's go!
Okay!
Lunar corruption!
Try this! Explosive ring!
Denied! No further!
I'm out of ammo!
An astral art?
That's my deal!
Shut him down!
Eat dirt!
Now this is enjoyable.
Confiscate! Mega ray! Watch and sweet! Tempest Whirl!
Eat this!
I'm not done!
Another beat!
Do without this pain!
Glacial Spear! Piercing!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying. Take this.
You picked the wrong fight!
That's far enough.
I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back from death to this! Lightning orb!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Water, hear my call!
Far enough! Can't get out of this!
Bread!
I'm not
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Take this.
It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Take this.
Go away!
Die.
Recover! Just
Anything in
wait!
order is
Take
on!
this.
Lightning
Armor
orb!
won't save you!
Raging cat healing circle!
Take this.
Get to the wind! Searing flame! Reload for the stop sign! Lunar corruption!
Take this.
Gemini Aqua!
It's over!
I'm ready! That's on my watch! This one's mine!
Watch this!
Dragon
How about some of this?
Raging cascade! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Got him!
It's all over. Volron. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What?
Who do you think you are?
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alpin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign.
That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is for the weak. The powerful care only for domination. We never asked for the rule.
No one did.
What do I care of your wants? You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alpin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Great healing door!
Thanks.
Watch it! Wanna hear my best spot? Watch it!
Bless you! Denied! Rolling hurricane!
I shall erase everything.
Explosive ring! I'll destroy you!
Come forth! Holy land!
Aaron!
Let the marksman handle this! Where are you going?
Rip and tear!
Champion, I'll heal you
This isn't
all!
looking good.
Illuminate the dark!
Swallow blade! I'm on
Holy
it!
healing
Help! I owe you one.
Not in your dreams!
Eat this!
Swallow blade! I'll heal you all! Lightning to death! Law, you alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Unleash Dragon! Swallow blade! Try this!
Champion,
Nothing can try me!
I'll fix it up!
No further! Shattering the pieces! Unleash lightning!
Take this! Ignite!
First strike! I can carve through armor! Swallow blade! Kitara! All yours, Kitara! Know your place! I'm not done! Kneel before your sovereign! Dragon Swarm!
Raging Star! Ready!
Your blade and Dragon Swarm! Watch this! He's about to attack! Yes! We need to stop him! Far enough! I really owe you one. Crucial! All others shall be banished!
Raging Star! Gemini Alpha! Let the marksman handle this!
Take this! Swallow blade!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
be the ruler of all things!
I'll heal you all!
First strike! In a bind? Take this!
Healing here!
I can carve through blood! This! Swallow blade!
I
Try
really
this!
one.
And throw torrent!
More with that eagle
Kneel
blade!
before your sovereign!
By the power of water! Mega ray!
Explosive ring!
This
Your life will end here!
Raging storm! Healing
Run!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
What do you think you can do? This guy's still standing? Rogue! Rightfully belongs to me! Moves over and crushes those who fall at his feet! You are next!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Xian's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
Xian. What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Course! Is that darkness? A Dark Master Core?
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganath Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds.
Lenegis hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renis Alma. The present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting.
I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Danans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia? We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Danans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the... there.
Right. Got it. Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renis Alma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegis. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? Guess I misread the landing.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a darkness master core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well,
I'm hungry.
you're hungry. Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's stand-ins. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Nagal would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well...
Hey.
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just Danins from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Here I come!
This one's all mine.
Now we're not...
Ignite! Rollerblade!
Come forth!
Try
Holy
this!
Glimmer! By the
Anything in order.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
Then I promise I'll always be here.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
I sure wish we could go on vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right. Having to inform a mother to son that.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Did we really just spend that much money?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that. But...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her. Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask... What's wrong?
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Yes.
What?
Hmm?
Hmm?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Phew.
Hmm?
Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with. I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. We're going to need more long-term aid than we... What?
What's that noise?
Alphen, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. But...
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we over... Look. So... Something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
You guys want to rest here?
Whew, what a rush. Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
You got company! Please now. Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here!
In here! You know, watching you really makes me realize.
Makes you realize what?
Maybe thinking too much gets in the way sometimes. Be careful not to overdo it.
Don't think. Just keep
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What she said. Eyes on the prize.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! You're mine!
Here it is! Roll it up!
Rip and tear!
Laser cyclone! Puddle! What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't... forget to heal your wounds.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler. Only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.